All right, y'all, today we are going to take a look at my indoor plants, and these are mainly tropicals, which are in my unheated garage. I'm just looking at this avocado here, and I can see that we got a little bit of damage on the leaves. I started it from seed, and with the help of grow lights on the days when I'm not able to open the garage door to allow the sunlight to come in, they are thriving. The bananas are also doing really well and maintaining their beautiful green and vibrant color. Then my star fruit back there has definitely put on some nice growth. These are for us younger citrus plants that I have here that are doing really well. Leaves are looking really healthy. My dragon fruit plants, they are growing like crazy but not producing any fruit. I'm not sure if that's going to happen in my zone, but the plants are still alive and I'm able to keep them vibrant and just growing. This citrus right here is doing really well. I'm just looking through to see if I see any blooms here. The figs are doing well. Let me just move it out of the way so I can get in here in this jungle of a garage. My guava is looking really well. I still have some fruits on there on the plant. They are getting bigger, as you can see if you've seen my videos previously showing them while they were outdoors. I have citruses here and they're starting to ripen. I believe this is a tangerine type citrus. I don't remember the exact variety, but this guava here seems like it's ripening a bit, which I'm excited about because I totally lost one of them. As you can see, it ripened and dropped to the floor, and I totally missed it, so it started to rot. So that was a loss right there, but I'm going to keep my eyes closer on the other ones that are on the plant. I have a few more of them, and the plant is looking healthy. It did put on some growth on it. This fig plant right here is also putting on some figs on it at this time of the year. I'm not getting a good view from this angle, but once I go around to the other side, later on in the video, I'll show them to you. Now over here, I have this habanero pepper that is giving me peppers constantly. Just a heavy producer and flavorful too. Now over here, I have my longevity spinach, which I need to pull the dead leaves off of. Then I have my lemon doing really well, a nice big lemon as you can see. This is the spinach. I can harvest some of this, but not at this moment. But y'all, look at the size of this ponderosa lemon. And we still have young lemons popping up here. As you can see, the fruits are starting to form. Then we have lots of bloom all over this plant here. There's also another plant in the corner over here that have sent out some blooms, and this is a younger plant. Let me just get in a little bit closer so I can show you. Right in here, see that? This is all blooms, and this is all happening indoors in my garage, but I've been able to open the door every day when the sun's up, and once it's not freezing out, I can allow them to have that natural sunlight for the entire day. Now over here, guys, this is my sweet miwa kumquat, and this year it is showing itself. Look at all the fruits that are on here. And this fruit, when it ripens, you can eat the entire thing, even the skin. It's flavorful, it's sweet, and tasty. All over this plant is just fruits. Look at that. And these fruits set since this plant was outdoors during the summer months. And so it's just time for it to ripen. It's closer to the garage door where I can open it for the sunlight because I wanted to get that natural sunlight where the fruits can ripen from getting all that much needed natural sunlight. This here is a variegated pink lemon. Look at the growth that it's putting on while it's in here. So they're doing pretty well. My citruses are doing pretty well. My passion fruit back here is doing pretty well. Look at the growth it's put on. The leaves are healthy looking. It's glossy and a vibrant green color. I usually just come in and check the leaves that are closer to the grow light to make sure that the grow light is not burning it or such, just to make sure it stays healthy. But there's, a good amount of growth that this has put on here. I have different varieties in here. I have 4 of them, but I can only see 3 right now, so I know the 4th one is somewhere. And this one has put on a flower. so far. So we'll see what happens while it's in here in the garage. I may have to bring it in my grow tent because I'm not certain of how we will do out here in the unheated garage. But for now, I'll keep an eye on it. Now, my June plum is doing pretty well, and I know I definitely have to move this to my grow tent as well to make sure I don't lose that plant. Look at my bananas, y'all. Let's just get in here and let me just show you what my bananas are doing. Now, I had one plant in there. Started off with one plant, and as you can see, this has sent out so many pups in here. Look at that. So this is the main plant right here. But look at this. There's one here, two, three. There's another one back here somewhere. Yep, right in here. And they're all sending out new growth. This other plant here is also doing pretty well. As you can see, there's 4 different plants just in this one container. And these containers are bigger containers that I'm using this year. I was able to pot these tropicals in, which is working so much better for these plants. Look at the growth on this one, y'all. It's just so exciting. And I can actually use these leaves for cooking. Back in the day, our parents used these for cooking in, or they would cover the pot with it before they put the cover on the pot, because the flavor and the health benefits that comes out of this, oh guys, it's so yummy. Now my avocado plant here, let's get back to this because I don't know what's eating up the leaves. I haven't seen any bugs or worms, but we'll figure this out. But so far everything is looking nice and green and vibrant. My pomegranate had shed the leaves and has sent out new leaves. That also has been uppotted and doing well. Now my gungo peas, I forgot to water it for a few days, and the leaves have started to look a little bit better than it was before I watered it. But as you can see, this is putting out new growth on here. I grew these last year in 2023, so by the turn of 2025, it'll be 2 years old. And this is my rainwater that I have stored up here so I can water the plants over the winter months. That's going to be sufficient water for it. And this is what I was trying to show you from the back side. The figs are putting on figs. I'm probably going to pull those off, you know, and cut back those plants so that I can get new growth. But this is the other passion flower that was hiding, and I knew it was somewhere in here in this jungle. And it's doing really well. So guys, my tropicals are doing well. They are producing, they are vibrant, they are healthy. And so this system that I have here set up for them is working well for me. It has worked well for me over the years. And so I continue to use this method to overwinter my tropicals. It's pretty much just the plastic, some grow lights. Sometimes I do use a heat lamp, which I monitor, and it's short term, and that's for only when the temperatures gets to -0 or we have a bitter stretch of freezing weather. Now I also elevate these planters on pallets that I have stored up for this reason. And so that helped eliminate some of the cold and freezing temperatures from the cold concrete from transferring to the plant, damaging the plant itself and sometimes the root. No, I'm going to tell you this. This is a lot of manual work that my husband and I do to be able to grow these tropicals in Zone 6B here in Massachusetts. A lot of money was saved because we did use a lot of repurposed stuff. The 55 drums that I cut to make these planters, I cut them in 2, so I got 2 planters per drum. Those were free. And the pallets were also free because you can find them online, any and everywhere. Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. People are trying to get rid of all those reusable stuff that if you have a setup like this, or even if you want to build something like a woodshed, there are all these available things you can use and repurpose it, which then saves you money. And believe it or not, people would actually pay you to get rid of their pallets for them. Now here is a prime example. This is one of the gun stores that we frequent, and they were just trying to get rid of their pallets. So you can actually get paid for that. Or in this case, a store credit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.